Just now, in the blink of an eye, billions of connections were made, setting millions of decisions in motion. In emergency rooms and warehouses, on Wall Street and Main Street, miles beneath us and miles above us. Information technology is automating and accelerating every facet of our lives. So what does this all mean for the business leader, the data scientist, or information professional? We aren't just confined to the data center anymore. We are charged with keeping all information flowing, from detecting to sensing, from responding to anticipating, from analyzing to taking action. And we are responsible for the fuel that keeps all this in motion. That fuel is data. It's our job to ensure that it's clean and trustworthy, that it's safe and secure, that it's connected to the applications, devices, and people who need it at the right time, in the right place. Every organization on the planet needs a foundation that interacts with data naturally and empowers better decision-making. An intelligent data platform that navigates the ever-changing world that data travels through and is powered by an engine that puts it all into action. Data is on the move. Things are getting faster. Devices are smarter. Expectations are higher. Our potential has never been greater.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Informatica World Sydney 2014. Great to see that Sydney's turned the weather on for us and the flooding wasn't too bad. My name is Gary Sturgess, Managing Director of Informatica Australia and New Zealand. My role today is the MC, and hopefully we're going to take you through a journey today about what we can do and where things are going forward. Today we've got a list of collection of local, international speakers and some great presentations and some great topics they're going to talk to you about. But most importantly, I think, or more importantly, I think it is that it's actually an opportunity for us as like-minded individuals to get together, to interact with each other, to network, to share ideas, to talk with the Informatica team that are here today, and also to talk and meet with our partners who are in the room today. So in particular, the events like these, a lot of time gets put to put these together, and they really don't. It makes it a lot easier with our sponsors. And the two I want to call out today, which is Cloudera and Cloud Sherpas, are, in my opinion, more than just sponsors for us. They're partners to our business because they share our vision of what we're trying to achieve. So first with Cloudera. Now Cloudera are a company that's revolutionising the enterprise data management business with the first unified platform for big data. And it works in conjunction with the data warehouse and provides a single location to store, process and analyse their data, and provides a fundamentally new way of deriving intelligence from that information. So I'd like to welcome Gab Gemini and his team here today. Now Cloud Sherpas are also one of our, another very proud gold sponsor of ours, and they're a cloud advisory and services organisation that delivers strategic implementations and integration capabilities to many customers that are like with us, Fortune 500 companies. And again, we're very proud to have them here today, and I just want to welcome Steve Herod and his team here today. We appreciate you coming. And both Gab and Steve will be presenting later on during the course of the day. Excellent. The theme for today is to unleash and harness the potential that's in your data. Now, data sensors are growing exponentially, and the amount of information that we capture, the amount of information that we consume and distribute is just increasing at an amazingly rapid rate. Now, whether it's used in healthcare for hospitals combining information, or whether it's used in government for intelligent or better policy decision making and better policy deployment, or used in the banking, telco, insurance, for customer service satisfaction improvements, for competitive edges, and more importantly for growth and profit. So what I want to just do very, very quickly is just a quick show of hands in the room of who has got a smartphone. Okay. That's okay. No, it's okay. Leave them up. It's not embarrassing. All right. So who also is connected to social media? Facebook, LinkedIn, all that's great. So we're seeing pretty much everyone. And we've all got little things like personal devices, like these interesting Fitbit type of tools. Okay? And I want to talk quickly about Fitbit. But what this just showed me is that 100% of the people in this room right now are collecting information, they're generating data, they're distributing data, they're consuming information. Everybody in this room. So Fitbit is an interesting organisation. Founded in 2007, has 70% of the market share, has about 100 million users. I don't think the money is in the rubber thing that sits on my wrist. That's the driver, right? What they do is collect information about you. And as you can see, this week I've done 45,833 steps, and yesterday I did 15,000. But you can see what this is measuring and collecting information about me. And it's not the fact that I'm walking every day and losing a few kilos every month. It's the fact that the information they're storing about me is used to give to shoe manufacturers that know that probably I have 350,000 steps, I need some runners. Okay, and how can we give that information to these people? The Fit Mudder adventure sports would love to know who's out there trying to get fit, okay? And what they're doing, hiking and adventure programming, all these things are very interested in accessing the 100 million people out there. So I think we're on the verge of something really different. I want you to think about this, if you may. The planet is developing a nervous system. And it's a system where all the data points in this room are connected together. And they're all communicating with each other. And it's really giving us an indication of the state of the planet. And it's organisations that tap in or harness that potential or unlock that intelligence are going to survive in the new world. They're the companies that are going to grow, and they're the ones that are going to go forward. I think we're in a bit of an embryonic phase on this. I think we're sort of level 2 when you think about it. But I think we're sort of, I want to use the term post-caveman. Okay? We're post-caveman. And the reason I say post-caveman is because we've actually started to realise that it's actually better to have our data, or not to eat our data raw and dirty. Okay, so we sort of moved on. But we realise that cleanliness is starting to be of value. Quality is starting to be of value. So we're sort of post-caveman in this evolution of the nervous system. And this evolution, or this nervous system, is going to bring to organisations something I think that we've never been able to access for years and forever in our life. We all know about financial information, we all know about weather and climate, we watch the news, we get that information fed to us. But this nervous system will be able to deliver to organisations access to emotional information, sentiment information, success, failures that are going on, events and human activities, human interactions, movement, location, time, birth, death, love, hate. All of these emotions and all these points in the world are going to be controlled, or are going to be able to be harnessed through the Earth's nervous system. And it's organisations that go to that second phase that allow them to grow, to profit, to take access, get competitive advantage, to understand their customers. And this really creates the vision and the opportunity in the future. And I've just got some examples here on the screen that you can see that I find really fascinating. You've got nanotechnology. You've got iWatches, Google Glasses, drones, Google cars, smart glass, shopping walls. And I say shopping walls, not shopping malls. There's a big difference. And these are available now. So I can go there with my phone, interact with a wall, and do what I need to do. So here's an example of what I can do today. I can hop in my car, in my Google car, open up the paper and read it in the back seat on the way home. My phone rings. I say, what's the message? My fridge has sent me a message. It says I'm out of milk. Do you want to go get some? I click yes. It tells the Google car to find the nearest supermarket that has got what I need on my shopping list and drive me there without my interaction. Those sorts of things are available now. I really love to think what's going to happen in 10 and 15 years' time when my grandkids say, "Oh, Granddad, you were that reckless, you actually drove the car," you know? Or you had to actually touch that stuff. I think we're on the cusp of something, an exciting time full of opportunity, full of just, the world is really our nervous system. So let's get down to some facts on this. So currently 97% of C-level executives consider data as strategic. Okay, I think that's a really common statement. Everyone knows that statement. We all know it's strategic. But what's really interesting in this is about 27% of people think that they're using an average process. I had a conversation with a person last week who said to me that average data is good for Wikipedia, but it'll destroy my business. So let's talk about Informatica and who we are. 5,000 customers worldwide. For the 8 years in a row, we've been voted the #1 customer in customer loyalty rankings. And more importantly for us today, we've got 150 customers just in Australia. And this slide's just going to go through just a few people that we're talking with, and we're going to run through and just talk about some customers. Some really solid names in that list there. But I want to talk about 3 in particular and some particular reasons why we talk with them. Queensland Police saved $4.4 million in 2 months in staff salaries. Now that's a great saving for a public organisation to make that sort of saving, but what it means to them in real opportunity is it allows them to put people on the street, allows them to focus on their core business, which is protecting ourselves and making us making us safe. Canon are using our cloud technology to integrate data from an Oracle e-business platform into Cloudforce. And they're getting increased sales through agility of their access to their data, through accurate and complete data sets. They're seeing a real turnaround. I want to just talk about one which is in particular, which is our friends in the intelligence community. And I always love to see if I can get a quote out of them, but generally they won't tell us what they do or why they do it. But I spoke with them last week, and I said, I'm presenting here today, and I'd love to talk about what we do for you. And there's a couple of figures he wants to put to me. Now, they utilise our technology, and by streamlining use of Informatica solutions, they save about 150 man-hours per week. Okay, and I said, that is fantastic, right? That is brilliant. That's maybe 2.5, 3 resources which you've got to do the job. He says, Gary, he says, that's not the value that you present to me. He said, what you present to me is by automating the process of the data to the analysts, whether it's a public holiday, whether people are on sick, whether they're on leave, whether they are tasked with other projects, my analysts are receiving the data in a format, timely manner, when they want it, so we can actually do what we need to do on time. And that's the value which we bring there. We have the areas about Gartner leadership, and I want you to note that if we're always in the leader quadrant, and mostly we lead the leaders. I think what we do is we do well. This is a strength to your business. It's a strength for our business, but more importantly, it's a strength for your business. Forresters say the same thing. Leaders of the leaders, okay? So I want you to have a think about this process. If 97% of CEOs or C-level people think that data is a strategic asset, then surely Informatica is an engine that you should be utilising as to take that trust of that data to really unleash and harness the power of the intelligence. So let's talk about today and what we're here for. I hope we have a great time. We've got a great list of speakers. We're going to talk about the only intelligent data platform, harnessing big data projects, cloud integration, and a great presentation from Ivan Wells for BNZ's journey to data governance. And then we finish off with becoming a customer-centric organisation. So on that note there, I'm going to leave the stage over to you.